Hi guys, welcome to the Silver Report, and today I'm going to talk about $1,000 an ounce silver. Today is Tuesday, January 17th, 2017. Silver is currently trading at 1707. Gold is at 1213.90. That's a 1.13% increase for silver. So things are getting off to a good start, and I wanted to talk about number one, the massive amounts of wealth that have been transferred into silver, even with price suppression, that it's able to hold a $17 bottom. We did see a price sell-off. It went down around $13.90, and it's recaptured some lost ground up to $17. It's been holding right around that level, so we do see that we are at a bottom, and we have some upswings taking place. On the economic outlook, a couple factors that play into my decision about $1,000 an ounce silver, why I think it's possible, is number one, we have a new administration coming, a transition team, and it's very obvious that the establishment hates to give up power, hates to lose power. Let me point out a couple figures. We are heading for some turbulence in the United States. When have you ever been alive through a presidential election in the United States whenever the news 2 to 3 weeks in advance kept discussing riots, protests, had Reverend Al Sharpton show up to the election, to the inauguration, a week in advance? Where have you seen these kinds of events organized? And the elite are not happy to give up power. Secondly, they're talking about fixing some of the problems in the economy. Now, these banks just went into lawsuits. Deutsche Bank just went into lawsuits for gold and silver price fixing, and they pled out in court. They settled out of court to pay off the people who had filed suit. That means there is a case, and there will be more to follow, more investors to follow. In fact, there's more than just Deutsche Bank. There's 5 banks that are involved in the silver price fix, and there's even more in the gold price fix. And the lawsuits are still open on those banks. So the gold price manipulation, the resurgence, the printing of the paper market, the control of the price. We already know that massive amounts of wealth have been transferred over into silver and into gold after the fallout of 2008. We saw silver rise up to $49 an ounce, gold above $2,000 at it from its previous $300 an ounce, and $4 and $3 an ounce for silver. So there was a massive increase in the price of this asset, and we see after the fallout, so much wealth was transferred, and that scared the powers that be. That scared the printers of the dollar, that the people were scared. And they wanted to have their money secure and in their own hands. And the demand for physical silver was astronomical. Many got into the paper markets, but I would suggest you get your silver and you keep it in a safe location by yourself, and you don't tell anyone. Buy it and hide it. Because when these paper markets come to roost, whenever they begin to weed through some of these manipulations, break apart some of these price manipulations on silver, we're going to see dramatic rises. We're going to see some jumps that will far exceed the $49 an ounce level. And these will be in the immediate short term, which would be great, but it will also cause another spike and rise like that will also cause other investors to come and want to get into the market. How many businesses did we see materialize during that time? Buy gold, buy silver, pretty much everywhere. Companies were shutting down their business and starting a buying gold, buy silver business just because it became a very profitable substance to be dealing with. People were wanting to sell their gold, sell their silver all over the place, and people were wanting to buy it. There was buyers that were faster than the amount of sellers. There was so much that they were promoting buying silver, buying gold. And so it was an exciting time to be in the metals market during that time. But did you listen when people were warning you to get in? What about the guys that got in at $4 an ounce? they're rich right now. They're rich right now. And have we seen any of the problems that have been solved? No. We've only seen price manipulation, them coming in and breaking up the price of silver, breaking up the price of gold. It's too high. It's too much of an intimidation for the dollar. And we see there's more turbulence. That wasn't a failing economy. Everybody was afraid. They were bailing out these massive banks. And then all of a sudden there's like this time of ignorance we entered into where these corporate media propaganda streams are telling everybody that everything is great, it's a wonderful economy, there's a boom going on, and it's just not true. It's just not true. The same people that hate this inauguration, this administration change, that are calling for protest and riots. If you want to riot, we'll give you a place to do that. Come over here. They're not liking this change, and they're not going to go down easy. Do you think they're going to release control over the monetary system? You think these banks are just going to give up control of power over the world just that easy? No, they have ways of solving this. They have ways of regime change in America. How about a stock market collapse, an economy collapse? So they make this man who came in running on a campaign of fixing the economy, of delivering prosperity to the man with the blue collar, look negligent. We handed you a great economy, that's why they're having these propagandas. But the one thing, are you paying attention to? The mainstream media news is calling for a stock market collapse. And they have been. Prior to 2008, nobody wanted to say anything. They wanted to keep it quiet. They wanted to keep it hush-hush. They wanted to keep it a secret. They're already preparing you for what is coming. They're already preparing you. That's why we see this enormous rise in stock market prices. This is so you can lose your fear and go and put your money into the stock market. And when the populace begins to wake up, these sheep who follow this mainstream media propaganda nonsense begin to wake up, and they begin to feel the hunger pains. It's not even going to take that long. They're going to see the price of silver and the price of gold dramatically rise. They're going to say these people were right. They're going to go and rush their money, rush their wealth into it, trying to do anything to avoid the massive loss in the stocks, because the banks will be collapsing. Savings accounts will not be the safest place to go and put your money. I know during the Great Depression, my grandpa's father, he used to carry around $25,000 in cash in his pocket because he couldn't put it in the bank. Now, back then, that was a massive amount of money. A massive amount of money, and he wasn't a very large man, but he would carry it around in his pocket because he couldn't trust the bank to hold his money. They had lost everything. Now, granted, that was before the FDIC, but now, had it been today, with the technologies we have, with the things we have, we're not going to carry around that much cash, especially with the violence we have and the unease we have. Look how many riots have happened just in the past year alone. We have some definite civil unrest caused by this corporate media propaganda streams trying to rise up the population, it's trying to stir up the population for revolution, and it's not good. One thing that will benefit for it, seeing how we're at this $17 bottom, which is extremely low. You think it might sound high, it is not. It is time to get in. If you want to preserve your wealth, it is time to get in and to buy silver. Silver is going to be the winner. Buy gold too. Gold is a great wealth preserver and a great safe haven. But silver is going to be the poor man's gold. And we are a nation of poor men now. Lady Liberty hangs her head. We are a nation of poor men. And when these people begin to be able to shift their money into some sort of wealth-preserving asset, it's going to be silver. And it's going to have dramatic, higher percentage swings on percentage. From $4 to $49, or from $300 to $2,000. On percentage, you would have made a dramatic amount more just investing in silver, and this one's going to be worse. and we're going to see, in the event that it were to reach $1,000, that might not necessarily mean blood in the streets, or like a road warrior type situation. It's very feasible that we could have $1,000 an ounce silver and still have a semi-operating country. I mean, other countries, we just live in some economic prosperity in America. We're used to seeing things all go the way we want. So used to checking out the lines at our Walmarts to be able to buy what we want, except on Black Fridays. But it's certainly feasible that we could still have a semi-operating economy, still have trade and barter taking place. But in that event that it's rising so high, that means we have a serious systemic problem that is coming to light about the dollar, and it is time to get out. It is time not to, and the world will already know that. The world will already know that. All right, but thank you guys for joining me. If you like the content, make sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel. There'll be more videos like this, guys. Leave a comment in the comment box what you think. Where's the best place to store your money, or anything like that. If you have any questions, just make sure to leave a comment, and make sure to share the videos if you like it. But thank you guys very much for joining me. I hope you have a great day. This has been the Silver Report.